This is poached fillets of sole. And this is a lunch we call all the wrong stuff. And the reason we call it that is because we're going to serve this with a very intense, tannic Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon. It's about as delicate a dish as I can conjure up. And so what we have is beautiful little shrimp and mushrooms in a cream sauce, a paupiette of sole,
I'm going to drink it.
with that. Oh, you know the wonderful adage, make your food look more attractive and it'll taste better. And this is actually a conditioning of the brain to actually create a new context for the food to appear in. And so it's all just part of this whole sensory system that we have. And so this is filet of sole à la bonne femme, properly garnished, and very classically, traditionally made. There's no secret in this.
Is it seasoned?
It's seasoned. I hope you'll find very properly and so on. What we found as we started to discover a new paradigm of wine and food, sweet and umami taste in the food make wine more bitter and astringent. Brush your teeth, drink orange juice, what happens? Most people know. Have sweet food, have dry wine, and it's a train wreck in your mouth for most people. All right. Umami was so important because there was something happening with the food. The wine was getting bitter and more astringent, less enjoyable, but it wasn't sweet. And asparagus and many seafoods, cheeses, even meat are high in umami and actually create an unpleasant reaction between the food and the wine. Umami makes wine more bitter, more astringent, less fruity, less enjoyable. And then we found the contradiction to that, or the counterpoint, is salt and acidity mitigate it. And we were asked by scientists when I was proposing my old paradigm of wine and food, the proteins in the fat of the steak do this, and somebody raised their hand and said, no, that wouldn't happen. And it's a scientist, and I'm going, oh crap. And he said, cook a steak without the salt and try it again. And we'll do that in a minute. It makes the wine more bitter. It doesn't even do what our expectation is until you put the salt on it. Now you can see why classically a nice entrecote of beef or filet mignon will have a bordelaise sauce that's finished with lemon juice. It's well salted. If you go to Tuscany, you'll get bistecca alla fiorentina, and it's served with lemon, and it's well salted. In Burgundy, they don't have lemons. They use verjus and the mustard made with the verjus, the green, unripe, highly acidic grape juice or wine reductions, does the same thing. And so what we found is that, oh yeah, but how far can that go? If you create balanced food without sweetness and with a requisite amount of salt and acidity to offset the umami, it's good with whatever wine you love, period. No boundaries, end of wine and food matching, and this is now taught in the curriculum of the Wine and Spirits Education Trust. Last May we announced that they are eliminating wine and food pairing and replacing it with these principles.